got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. It's understood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should. I feel it all. I feel it all. I'm feeling numb. I'm feeling numb. I lost my soul. It's on the run. I need a spot. I need a spot. I need some fun. I need that fun. I'm in the dark. Like what's to come? It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. Understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should. It's me versus me. It's you and I. The time is now. It's do or die. I chose my path. No choosing sides. I'll take what comes. Hit for the ride. I'm that guy. No more time for the bad guy. Never going back to the bad side. Need the holy water, get baptized. Yeah, I'm that guy. No more time for the bad guy. Never going back to the bad side. Need the holy water, get baptized. I'm that guy. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should.
I've been pacing my paces, no kamikaze. I've been making my makers say what I'm offering. We've all had behaviors and they were troubling. Smoke way too much, I keep coughing. I pull out all the stops to make a profit. When I get down to the bottom, I need topping. Come here and ease my mind, be my clonopin. Let me chug this thing and be proud of it. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on a cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours and you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on a cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours, when you use the force, there's no problem. Pull out the peas, fill me up like a Reese's. When I'm with you, I'm holier than Jesus. Religious freedom, paid leave to get on my knees and pray to you if you're cool with cosplaying teacher. I don't mean to come across facetious, but it's all a joke to me and it should be to all of these. Sometimes I think it's the only way to stay decent. When the wind blowing that way, we ought to raise the breezes. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on a cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours and you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours, when you use the force, there's no problem. Last night got real weird, and I still got some fears. Oh, but you don't love me like I love you, and that always gets me down. I will carve it in, and I'll make you feel like you on the cloud, and you can't sit still when we on the floor, when I'm on the force, when you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in, and I'll make you feel like you on the cloud, and you can't sit still when we on the floor, when I'm on the force, when you use the force, there's no problem.
Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
For those of you out there that hit that like button,
Surprise!
say thank you. Thank you very much.
Howdy. It's a green day in the market, green day in the week. I've updated our watch list here with all the hotties for the year for the top 1,000. It's got the biggest majority of the ones that are moving up here on the yearly. They're all mostly in the green here. Got a few little outliers to work out. A lot of you, no, get tongue-tied, road dog. A lot of new coins on here. Pangolin taking the lead here, 439% gains for the past week. Cody coming in with 133% gains. Nice come up on these, but just not as nice as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin just stole the show. Do we need to talk about that? So ever since Monday, around 7 a.m., we started this journey from 51,500 on up to where we are now, 61,300. Topping out here at 63.9, and look at that big scam wick right there. It's what? Just wiping out longs and shorts right there. Ducking price back to 56. I think that knocked me out of a few trades, but it wasn't a big thing. I hardly even noticed coming back in. I'm back to where I was. But a wild trading day there. And this is something that you're going to have to start paying attention to. With the low liquidity that we have in Bitcoin, there can be some very big ranges there that they can snipe. They can go up and down, and we see a little bit of evidence that this is a $10,000 range. So the first takeaway from that is it's now time to really start reeling back your leverage to safeguard you from this low liquidity thing that we have, because you'll be seeing lots of that. And if you don't safeguard against it in some way, it'll catch you if you're using leverage. That's my first warning to you. Indices are over here. Bitcoin dominance finding some resistance at this trend line. It's the main channel that we broke out of and retested it twice here. Finding more rejection, but still, you know, she could get rejected and eventually pop back in the channel. I don't know. We have to keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance. It's better for our altcoins if it goes down. However, total 3 alts are still pumping, and you know, we broke to the upside of this rising wedge type pattern, which normally means parabolic activity. So it begs the question, will our altcoins finally start catching up with Bitcoin? And I hope so. We're seeing little signs of that, things popping off. US Tether dominance dropping down to a low 4.45%. Dollar just hangs strong and sideways here at 103. And the bags be popping. Some of them. So today we're going to take a look at altcoins. Quick look at Bitcoin though, because that's just what we do. Sets the tone for the markets, why altcoins are starting to be happy right now. Got to zoom out. I'm here on the daily. You think that would be enough, right? So overall on this one chart, this is my extended idea, just taking our channels, finding some possible targets here. Our last highest high, which ironically, isn't it kind of weird that before the halving now that we're almost up to our previous all-time high? Not that far away from it. I find it interesting because we got this great rounded shape here. If we come up here and could possibly get resisted, might we do a true cup and handle, or just depending, it could even be turned into a big, huge head and shoulders if we come back and handle it out and come back up to retest this trend line up here at 82,000, which is quite possible over this next year. Could we get a pullback? Could it be a steep one to 48? That would be the 618 Fibonacci from here, swing high to swing low. Although the 618 from the swing here could possibly bring us down to about 38,000. So interesting to see how that plays out. Should that happen, we're just kind of guesstimating now. Just some scenarios that we can be on the lookout for what could happen, or price could just go ahead and continue right on up here and then get rejected. Do a funky head and shoulders there. But the prime opportunity for a cup and handle kind of situation would be around 68,000 if we see a rejection there. Just something to think about. All I know is that number go up and Bitcoin be going up. And I'm still feeling a little salty about the Bitcoin I lost here in the Qcoin migration that I had to do. That really did mess me up with some Bitcoin. But we're okay. But Bitcoin has definitely been outperforming the altcoins. There's no question about that. And you definitely would have been better concentrating more on Bitcoin. Your portfolio would be up. But hey, we're here for alts. Bitcoin, yeah, we know. It makes up the majority of my portfolio, although my altcoins are starting to slowly overtake it. Meaning I gotta get some more Bitcoin. Hard to buy at 61,000. On the weekly, we got our golden cross right over here. That was back in January, and we're starting to feel the effects. Coming closer and closer to the halving, which is, somewhere in April, about a month or two away. Somewhere around 55 to 60 days, it changes. And then it's going to get really interesting, because we know BlackRock's in here buying all this stuff up, all the ETFs and all that, the big players. It's not the little guys. It's not the retail end that has pushed us up here like it did last time. Retail is not really here yet. This is institutional FOMO, and you thought that they were the diamond handers, the big smart money. No, they kind of stupid too, but they got a game plan. There might be a sinister element to that we can talk about sometime, where they could try to gain power over Bitcoin and kind of push the proof of stake narrative to control it. I foresee that battle coming up, and that's going to be a mess. However, it's really the miners that will outwin that, and I'm sure that they'll try that, push it to proof of stake so they can gain control over it. That's the way to wrap their little claws around Bitcoin, is to make it proof of stake, get away from proof of work. However, when you do that, well, you'll still have the original chain, and I think they'll be sorely disappointed at all that effort, personally, because I don't think you're going to kill Bitcoin, the original. Let's get into some altcoins, but first let's check in with everybody here in the chat as soon as I find you guys. There you are. So we got Strega and Dave P. How's it going, man? We got Mike. What's up, Mike? Shout out to all you guys who are hanging out here. Dave P. Sam Webb. Man, I'm glad to have you guys here. So what are you guys trying to short this market? I saw that comment in there. Whew. You might be able to scalp some shorts, but man, that's a scary thing, trying to short this strong bull trend. It still looks like she wants to go up on the 4-hour. Although we got a little red light, green light going on with Market Cipher. Look at this money flow in the green there. Still above the 9-moving average. Ichimoku cloud's way over here. So it looks great, just on a nice little trajectory to the upside for Bitcoin. That's the main trend line that I would have to see broken to start feeling, oh crap, I may need to get out of my positions. But currently they've been doing good. I needed to do a Bitunix $100 to $10,000 challenge, do the updates on all that stuff. I have not got around to that. It's become a busy week trying to get ready with all this tax stuff. Jeez. Gosh, I need a drink after that. All right, so How is this account doing now? Have we we finally recovered $1,000. Thank you, Jesus. Because I went degen on I went stupid. I went stupid over on futures a little while back and wiped out my $500 down to like 30 something. So this is a comeback, $233 from $30. I'm finding I'm getting better at doing that. I did that on my MexC with my little scrap of Bitcoin that I finally had left after getting obliterated. And I think I've 10x that Bitcoin, and that's what I want to do. To do futures, I really want to trade Bitcoin and just get a good system that lets me constantly grow some actual Bitcoin. That's my whole game. But figuring the whole leverage thing out on the way, man, I'm telling you, she's a wild one. So the goal is to take $100 and double it, and then take it to 1,000. And I want to be able to do this at least 3 times, and then eventually take that 1,000 to 10,000. Now that's more of a loftier goal. I'm impressed to take $100 to 1,000 and do that 3 times. I think that will kind of solidify my little system, or what works for me on trading leverage. And so far, we're starting to gain it a little bit back. But a key is avoiding the chop and catching these bigger moves. That definitely does make number go up for everybody a lot easier. Spot account has been doing okay. I think it gives profit. It doesn't really give profit and loss on futures. I don't know why. That's kind of odd. But the spot account, it does kind of give an overview. Not really trading much. I've just had my target set and I've been accumulating dollars over there as things have been going up. But let's see, last 30 days, last 7 days was $91 profit. Here we go. Last 30. No. You're not going to tell me for the last 30 days. Anyway, it was $500 is all it was in there. I think it's up to $773 now. So making a little bit of progress on that account. As well as this other little guy. Remember, I'm trying to do this 3 times, right? So I got 3 things. And we'll just go over the basics here. So this was one that I just put $100 in. Make sure I don't have any, over here in the right-hand corner there. And so we've doubled it. Got it up to 286. Got $63 in spot. I put 50-50. So my spot account's up about $13. Futures account is up from $50 to $222. So pretty good on futures. Spot's taking its time with the altcoins there. What juicy things do I have here? Probably more than I need. Have very little stable coins, so they were all in there. It looks like I got everything in orders there set. Focused mostly on Joe over here on that particular one. So that guy's improving, and then the last one that I've got. Oh God, please stop showing us this stuff. But I might not be able to find him. Oh, there you are. You're right in front of me. This little guy. No, you're the same one, dude. It's this guy, little guy. This one I went degen on when I first added, and I've been coming back on it. So yeah, Road Dog goes degen sometimes. Gets stupid with that leverage when, you let your emotions take over. It does happen. Really trying to nail my weaknesses on that. So this one had about roughly about $360 sent over. Lost a lot of it. Now I'm back up to 210. Most of it's lost over on futures, no doubt, and spot account still holding. Not much going on, but I think it is more dollar heavy. Well, getting a little bit more dollar heavy. So we try to let some of these trades just play out there. And that's all I got for my Bitunix update. Let's get into some other stuff here. Guys, if you got anything you want me to take a look at, be sure to put it in the chat there. I'll come over and check out you guys. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Check, 1 2 1 2. Sam Webb says Cash App has roundups into Bitcoin. That way I'm always buying Bitcoin. That's a good use. They do add up. It'll make a little difference. You'll be glad you did that. Mike says altcoin season is either starting or going to correct then go. We're not really. We're not really at an altcoin season yet. Not a true altcoin season. We're having, when Bitcoin's going up, and it's, I mean, look, man, we're almost at all-time highs. It's of course going to pull the altcoins up some, but not an altcoin season. That actually, that will come after a big major. That should come after we get a major pullback on Bitcoin, and then the second leg up, we'll start seeing a lot more of the altcoins starting to take off after Bitcoin's kind of solidified its top area. So that's what we got to kind of wait for before altcoin season. And that, and of course, Bitcoin dominance coming, finding, you know, a definite reversal area. Let's take a look at that, kind of go over that idea in a minute. So this is Bitcoin dominance. And when Bitcoin dominance is going up like this, not fun for altcoins. But when Bitcoin dominance is coming down like that, that is altcoin season right there, my man. That was the best of our altcoin season from January 2021 all the way down to May 2021. That's when altcoins took off and Bitcoin dominance left there. And we're nowhere near that, or even these little nice little mini altcoin seasons that we had in the bear market there when Bitcoin dominance would fall. I mean, there were some gains in the bear market. It wasn't as bearish as what I remember the last one being, although it seemed like it lasted a long time. But honestly, the one before seemed like it lasted forever too. I don't know. Maybe after you've been through them a few times, they get just a little bit easier to deal with. Or maybe just lose track of time altogether. But what we're looking for, basically, this area of the 60% is a 618 Fibonacci area for all Bitcoin dominance. So we're hoping she'll come up there, get rejected, and then have, you know, a nice little decent altcoin season coming. But the thing about it is, if we get up there, well, we're breaking out of this trend line, which altcoin season could only be a pullback before it should start working its way back up. And my concern is, if Bitcoin dominance, if this does play out and dominance does start taking off, it makes me wonder how well altcoins are going to perform this cycle, at least during the first part of it. It may be during the last part of the cycle that we really start seeing it happen. I hate to say that, but just what the chart's telling me here, we get a breakout. The pullback will be nice for altcoin. That will be a nice little, probably a bigger altcoin season than we've experienced in the past couple of years here in the bear market area. So that might be good. But then if Bitcoin dominance starts going up to 73%, there's going to be some narrative. Something has got to be taking the attention away from altcoins to Bitcoin, because it's not been up there since December of 2020 and August of 2019, up in those high areas. And we got a lot more altcoins out here now. I just wonder what the narrative would be. If there'll be some kind of regulation thing that kind of throws them to the back. I don't know. I'm curious. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some bad news to come about altcoins, or if it's just Bitcoin is so hot on fire and the whole world just wants it. That's just where all the attention is. And we'll have to see how this plays out. It's going to be an interesting cycle because adoption is here. We were saying that this is the early stages of global adoption that we're seeing for Bitcoin. Just right before you're letting the pig out of the poke, letting the bull out of the chute. Let's take a look at altcoins. I'm looking at this guy. Well, first I promised someone that I would do raydium, do it on the weekly chart, and I need to post that over in the group. I didn't get a chance. I've been very busy with errands. Raydium making a nice scallop pattern, making a flag. Some people call it a cup and handle. I don't, because I'm picky about that. But it can still be a good one. Basically, we're coming into the formation kind of like this. Who cares about all the noise in the middle, man? Zoom out and go for what's the basic shape that is going on in the bigger pattern, because that will tell you a lot. So we got another megaphone, or more like a right-angled one. Now, these particular guys are kind of interesting. Oh, and these have a 55% chance to break to the upside. Probably will not be now, probably in the next little third time's usually the charm. Things seem to happen in threes, sometimes in fours. But raydium is looking pretty good to me on the daily. He wanted it on the weekly. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. All right, let's do our basic analysis here. That is major accumulation zone. I finally got a decent explanation about the 1272, and I remember seeing this, but it didn't click. Isn't it crazy how you'll see something explained to you, but it just doesn't register until a little bit later? It's like, oh, that's why it's so important. I was wondering why this little guy is mathematically so important. The 1.272 is the square root of a 1618. Now that doesn't, but mathematically, I mean, there is definitely a harmonic effect there. And so it's a being a square root of the 1618, that just gives it more power to be respected. So the 127, I'm finding that Carolyn Borodin, I put a video of hers over into the Telegram group. So if you're wanting to learn a lot about fibs and what I do to make understanding that video will help you. Also, you know, I got a copy of this book over there, digital copy, free. I haven't really got into this yet, but watching her videos and everything, she uses fibs a lot like I do. And then she also uses fib time in a different way that I've seen. Looks like she's kind of old school. She kind of manly kind of does this. She doesn't use TradingView or the cool tools. She kind of, I mean, she has a Fibonacci tool, but interesting. I'm right on target. So that makes me feel better, at least the way that she uses them. There are different ways to use fibs, but I've got some resonance with her and the way she explains it. And she uses the same ones that I do. 127, 1414, 1618. So, okay, so let's get on with raydium here. I think we've identified our areas there. So if you're not using the 1.272 on your fit, you missing out, baby. Been a game changer for me. There we are. Fibs are so awesome. I am really, the more I use them, just the more I love them. They're just, I mean, they just make it so easy. Boom, accumulation. I mean, we're testing that. That's awesome. So it could come back and retest 98 cents. We're at what, $1.24 there. And that is the accumulation level. Anything under here was the best place to buy. And it's still a good place because technically this bigger area at 327 is still part of the bigger accumulation zone. So even buying here is really good in the bigger picture for raydium. May not seem like $1.28 is all that great, but it does have the potential to do a lot more. And I'm sticking with that. So we're looking about the 252, actually about the 267 area. Possible. Anywhere along the top of this trend line, it looks good. It's good to be above this trend line, meaning that we have a bit better probability of coming up and coming to the top of this pattern, and hopefully coming back up to this area about 326 in this bigger accumulation zone. You know, price might come up there. The bad part is that, you know, it may be making it could make a double bottom. It might not. It might find support up here and then start going parabolic. That would be the most hopeful situation if it did something like that. But if it gets rejected off of there, it'll probably come back and find a partial decline, probably retest this area again, or this area where we got a top wick about 155 and start to come up. But getting above this area at 326, that is the main thing we got to look for. That then can help propel us up to this area. Is that $8.24, and then up to this area about $10. I should probably include that. The 786 area, even this 886 with what the activity we got over here to the left, all these are very good target areas to take a little profit, take a little off the table and pay yourself, take your capital out. Let's get these squigglies off of here. Indicators, stochastics on the weekly are down at the bottom, pointing to the upside. That looks good. The MACD is, she's flirting with crossing to the downside. MACD kind of looks a little bearish. So wow, that's kind of a mixed signal right there. Let's see, we've got, don't have any divergence. I would like to see some divergence. So there is a risk of losing this area at 98 cents, and if it does come down, you know, we'd hope it would bounce there, right? It's on the 618. It's got a good chance to bounce, and the 21 moving average is there. So I'm looking for a bounce here. But if she doesn't, and she does come back down, well, then you're going to have a plan for these two areas that it may touch, 37 cents and 58 cents. I don't know why I don't draw those lines. All right, so we want to see price go to the upside there. Come here, tool. There we are. All right, let's. Oh, that was the wrong button. I like to keep my indicators on there, but might not have to. Let's copy this little guy, copy that link, and we'll come over to the Telegram group over here. And I'm in the chart room. Crispy Chickens have been over there posting some setups and some charts. I and J, so it's finally breaking out right there. And we'll post this chart right over there for JN, who requested it. This is raydium. Weekly chart. Good chance. All right, be cautious. Be cautious if that area breaks, as price is under the 9 moving average and could go lower. However, if support continues, then price see the top of the pattern area, and 1.618 fib at what price was that? Around 253. 2.53 area. Okay, so post that little guy. That's why you don't see me do that a lot on the stream. I intentionally wanted to post all my charts from the stream, but it just takes too much time to get into the detail that I'd like to put in there. All right, so we got that. Now let's move on. This one looks interesting. Deep in play Wi-Fi map over on CoinEx has it. CoinEx, by the way, I have over here. And I finally got my account set up over here. I don't have my VPN on, so it may kick me out. CoinEx is getting ready to have a future system upgrade and is about to start and will last about 10 minutes. Okay, so they've got that going on. This is my CoinEx account. I like CoinEx. They've got a lot of smaller cap coins like KuCoin does and MexC does. And they also have margin trading. Ah, crap, and it's not going to let me do it because I got to verify. So my VPN's not in, so I can't show it to you at the moment. That's the situation I've got. I got YouTube. It throws YouTube off when I use a VPN too. So for the stream's sake, it's hard for me to use that and show you on CoinEx. Nice exchange and I got a link in the description. I do like them and I do use them. And I love the margin trading. And if you guys are interested, I can show you strategies that are really useful at this time in the market to help build up bags. This is Wi-Fi right here, doing some interesting things. I like the structure that she's in. I'm on the weekly time frame. Let's come down to the daily. Deep in play. It's available over there and on some other places. I don't mean to jump around a lot, but I do need to say this because Bitunix, we were just talking about that. They are want me to get this message out, so I need to do that. Let's pull up my Telegram. I posted it over in Telegram. Let's go. And I posted it over in the lounge. And they said March 3rd, they're going to do an upgrade. And it sounds like a cool upgrade because they're bringing some version 2. It's a version 2 upgrade with some extra features and extra coins and everything to the exchange. So they want me to inform everyone to close positions before the update. So if you have any leverage positions and you're over on Bitunix, make sure you're taking care of them or got them safeguarded. March 3rd, 2024 from 1. It's going to be a long one, about 8 hours from 1 UTC to 9 UTC. You have to figure that out on your own time frame. I'm like 4 hours off. The updates will allow us to bring much stronger liquidity supported by an upgraded high frequency system. After the upgrade, experience a swift and user-friendly interface with enhanced speed and efficiency. We'll be able to support a significantly larger number of trading pairs. Awesome. I hope they get the BTC pairs finally. Providing you with increased trading options. So that will be happening on March 3rd for Bitunix. Now, got that out of the way there. Didn't want to forget that. That's very important. Back to Wi-Fi. Let's clear this little guy out here and look at you on the daily. Well, daily works. So I like what I'm seeing with moving averages here are also suggesting it's getting ready to turn a little bit bullish there. It's already got a nice start on the 3-day chart here. Just want to draw the trend line that we're holding nicely. Could she be a channel? Well, there's a channel somewhere. We just got to find it. It's one of the first things I like to do. Just take it up to that wick for nothing else at the moment, just to give us an idea. Candle body. Might be a little different on the daily and bring it up just a little bit. So that gives us at least a target to shoot for right up here. It's not really a wedge, it's more of a rounding shape, so drawing trend line there is not going to help. It's got curving going on there, and it's likely to keep curving up and maybe just spike up there. We're sitting at 15 cents, and we can see that 43 cents could be on the radar there. Let's take a Fibonacci pull here, and 618 comes up at 35 cents. Great area. It's also over here to the left. That is where our wicks are. Notice that. That's how beautiful Fibonacci is. It's going to make this easier for you. And then our target up here at the top of the trend line is also corresponding with the 786 area. So got some double confluence on that little guy, in my personal opinion. I think that one makes a good target. For Wi-Fi. And why should you care? Because from where we are now up to the 618 is 133% gains, coming up to 42 cents would be 183% gains. And if it just keeps on going and even comes up to the top wick that it had before, just to confirm that channel idea or whatever, 245% gains. Wi-Fi, I think it looks kind of juicy. It's coming into a red cloud here on the bigger time frames. Might be one to put on your radar. You have to figure out your own entry there. We can look and see if we can suggest something. She looks like she might be getting rejected there, and a nice little pullback to this area, about 113.7 cents. Actually looks pretty decent to me going by the candle bodies that I've got here on the daily. Now, if you like, we can pull a fib. And that's at the 382. I would definitely target that. Anywhere between 12.5 to 13.5 cents would be great. Anywhere through here, technically. If we want to dissect it to actually identify our accumulation zone, it's saying on up to this area up here, 19 cents. And of course, even if you FOMO'd in up here or bought the breakout of the channel, that's one way you could play it, is actually just wait and see if there's a breakout. And then buy that breakout, the retest of that trend line, hopefully there would be one. 92% gains, 128% gains. So a little less gains, but the gains are still there. So I like this one for a nice little setup. I see that Wi-Fi could be doing something. It's on my radar. Actually, I've got a little bag of this little guy already, because I see the goodness that's coming in and the money flow that's coming up. I see good signs here. Check out the 4-hour time frame just to see something a little bit more local. Buy signal was over here, 50 across the 200 moving average, meant buy the next pullback. That meant when it came down here, that was the best place to buy. 10 cents, and now we're up to 15 cents. So 50% gains there and moving on. It's above the 200 moving average. Ooh, she just looks ready to rock. She's going to try to break that out. That's what it looks like. Wi-Fi looking cool. She just cleared this area. So technically you're trading 101, especially in the bull market. You change your strategies out just a little. If you see people trading a little bit different now, they're taking more riskier moves that they probably would have warned you about before. Don't do it. You're buying the high. What they're doing is looking for the high, previous high. We got that. We just broke a support level. We just broke a resistance level. That's why they don't have the fear for jumping in, because you can set tighter stops for that, because if it loses that level, this trade is over. So stops below here so you won't get wicked out, a couple of candles. And then you ride the little baby up, building your position there. It's a great place to enter there. So, you know, it would not work in a bear market, but it definitely does work pretty nicely in a full-on bull market when things are kind of nice and juicy. So you're probably seeing a lot of that, and it looks like there might be an even inverted head and shoulders pattern here on what, the 4-hour? This little guy right here, so I like that. Those are pretty juicy, fairly reliable when they're done correctly. As long as you got a neckline, you pretty much can't screw it up. Would have been better if this shoulder was a little higher than this shoulder, in my personal opinion. But you know, we got a great chance. I believe it's about a 64% chance, if it's quoted by Thomas Bukowski, to break it to the upside. A 64% chance to a retest. I can't say, yeah, that's right, 64% for it to come back to retest the entry level. Keep that in mind. If we get rejected up here, maybe coming right back down to 14 something cents. Great place to add to your bag. Measure move from this little guy just by itself. Where are we going? Right here to the deepest part. Go straight down there. Take that, put it to the breakout area. So we're looking at coming back to this area right here. Measure move says 19.67 cents out of Wi-Fi. I think that's kind of cool. This guy's available over on, I got mine on Solana. So Jupiter Dex and all that, I think you can even set limit orders over there. DeFi is definitely starting to change. Getting more like the centralized dexes, the comfort levels of them, the ease of use. It's definitely improving. Wi-Fi looks kind of cool. I like it. Let's take a look at this little guy, arkham. Yep, baby. Last time we looked at it, we were over here. We had made 159% gains. I am not out of this guy. I am in this one. I'm not even moonbagging this one because she's doing so good. Because I was in this guy on the very, very cheap. I can't remember exactly, but I FOMO'd in on a live stream and it was down at the lows, like really cheap. When was it? It was back in December. Yeah, we were. I'll have to check, see when my entry date was, but clearly she's blasted through 225, and that's where she's hanging out now. Possibly moving up to $2.60. That's the measured move here. Ow, baby, we got to. So buying here at that retest, and that's what we were discussing last time we looked at it. Even though it came back in that pattern, you got to give some room when you use the wicks for a little wiggle room. That's what the wicks are giving you. So it probably looks scary there, but retesting these previous measured moves there. But just getting back in above that trend line to where we are now, man. 45% gains. And if you've been in for a little while, say you saw this high and it get above it and decided to jump in, 189% gains. So she's doing something. She's still going. Got to respect that. I have nothing to respect that with. Show a little love. Give me some fireworks. So Arkham, I like that one. I like this one a lot, actually. And when she gets up here, when we confirm that she's topped out, we'll figure out where she's going to come back to. Most likely, this trend line will be a part of that equation there. Probably about 188 would be my first guess there. She's a moving. Gains. Crispy Chicken says, I hope your account's having a green day. I hope all your guys are having a green day, man. Hope you guys are starting to see the potential of the life-changing money that's coming, because we're just getting started. Altcoins are not even, we're not even there. They're lagging. They are really lagging, especially behind Bitcoin. Strike is mean mugging me again. Jose Ponte, hey, welcome to the stream. The beast woke up. The Bitcoin Kraken woke up. Bitcoin at 65,000, then 69,000, then 100,000, because after 69,000, there's no resistance. There's nothing. There's only air. That is true. However, there is a trend line. There is a trend line. And that trend line has some power. The power of the trend line. So there is a little hiccup there. Have to see how she's going to do. I think we talked about that earlier, but I got it on this chart. Or this chart. This chart. You gotta zoom out though. I got both charts. There is a trend line. So a little hiccup's going to be somewhere around 78,000. That's just straight up from where we are. Somewhere through there. It's got a very good chance of getting rejected there. But if it does break to the upside of that, our rules for measure move come into play. And that would give us a legitimate target to shoot for 136. So before I can get all bullish for above $100,000, you know, I've got to see that happen. I got to see a breakout here. And then I'm not just bullish to 100,000, I'm bullish to 136. And possibly 152. I'm just saying, 250, 2618's right up here, baby. That's a legitimate target. She's legit. So is the 2. And this 1618 is coming in right at $100,000. That one will be a very big one. So if we did see it break out to the upside of this, getting to $100,000, I would see rejection there. Probably a retest, come back to 80 something, and then on up. So there's going to be some good trades that you can set up there. Nice. But those are just well, that's just how my TA works. And you can see from the charts that we go back and look at where I've done the TA. You know, a lot of these guys, they nail it. Or right there where you just need to be to make that good money. Take a look at DeSo. I am not in those. Decentralized social. It just didn't sound like a winner to me, but I think after you see this chart, you're going to have to see how wrong I was on that. She got listed on Coinbase. I'm not really sure when, but I'm sure that helped. I'm going to look at the CoinEx chart. Did I get the wrong one? Oh, it's against Bitcoin. Okay. I was like, that doesn't look too impressive. But against Bitcoin, that looks actually kind of cool. Will you be a winner against Bitcoin? You could be. Playing this against the Bitcoin pair. That's interesting. Because, I mean, we're working on a double bottom, and we know that'll take us up. Oh, man, that's about a nice 4x. Just eyeballing it. Let's get over to the USD pair. It's a good idea to chart your things against Bitcoin just so you can see the real value of them. I just want to throw that out there. Here it is against Tether. $42. She was sitting around $9 or $10 down here at the bottom, and she just rocketed up. That was in December when she started making her moves, but man, crazy. Do I recommend this one? No, she's a little toppy top, but she's looking bullish. She looks like she's getting ready to get in her move. So if you are in this one, I think you're going to be happy about it. Let's see what we can figure out here with DeSo. Just real quick like. Okay, we're getting rejected off the 618. It's got some work to do. All right. Seeing that. I'm going the other way with it. Looking forward to come back maybe to $24. But if not, oh, she's going to double, go up to 88 was where I saw it. That was my last fib that I put out there. All right, so DeSo. Oh, I'm just going to save time and mark that area. Color that trend line. I can retest it when we go back to it. DeSo look kind of interesting. Now, for some that are down right now that might have an entry that are kind of hot, herosofmavia, she's got a pullback coming on right now. I'm on a weekly chart. Let's come down to something smaller and get some noise in here. Ooh, she is below that non-moving average on the daily. What's going on with you, Mavia? It's finding support off of the 0.5, but I would definitely expect her to come back to the 618. It could come back to the the 251, but I'm not really seeing that. Let's come down to the 4 hour now, and here's what we got: a complex head and shoulder. Right there, which let's get rid of that fib for the moment. So complex head and shoulder play a lot like a regular head and shoulder. They just have extra shoulders on them. It's a mutant little guy. It's over on thomasbukowski'sparasite.com if you want to take a little closer look at it. But there is a measured move that suggests that she could come down to 311. Although there's also, they only reach about half of that way though. So we're going to kind of line her up over here, about 488. But we'll keep the original measure moved down here too, 311 being possible. And 478 might come into the picture. Might be a nice little place to try to nibble at Mavia, but she does look like she is definitely going to be coming down. That is a that's a top reversal pattern right there. So she got some down and sideways, looks like. So this one I would give some time before she finds a little bottom, but it may be coming. Mavia on the radar there. Jose Ponte says that BlackRock is buying everything. ETFs change the world of cryptocurrencies. If Bitcoin breaks 69, we'll go to 10,000, go to 100,000. The ETFs are definitely changing everything. And then we'll start getting the countries FOMOing. Because we see that it's even in the news about about El Salvador. They're up $60 million. Suddenly, that horrible idea turned into a very profitable one. It just took a little time. And the IMF, International Money Fund, that was giving them hell, can't really say anything about it now, can they? Well, I don't see the article, but lots of good news going on there. Ethereum doing good. Bitcoin price could hit $250,000 sooner than expected, says Bitwise CEO. Not by my chart. But prove me wrong. I'll ride that ride. I don't care. I'm packed with Bitcoin, trying to get more every chance that I get. She's hard to get, though. I'm telling you. She's hard. Especially if you're trying to use altcoins to get her, because that has not happened yet. We're not at that point in the market yet, but one day, altcoins will outperform Bitcoin, and then, that's what I'm waiting for. Jasmy starting to be one of my little favorite coins now. Why didn't I like you so much when you were down at half a penny, Jasmy? Oh well. It's funny how we flip-flop, isn't it? Must be something emotional. And we all do it. We all do it. So I've got 25-cent target that we're just slowly edging up to, and hopefully maybe even getting up. I'm not 25 cents. I did this last night too. 0.025. We're at 0.022. So we had a nice little come out with a breakout from this. I drew it as a flag. You can look at it as a pennant, but she did break to the upside. It was more like a symmetrical triangle, I think, which I don't trust, but she playing out pretty nicely here. She is up currently 28% from that breakout. My Jasmy entry is 11 cents where I've added to it. So I was getting in right down through here somewhere, but still it's brought my levels up here. So I'm up just a little, almost 100%. Jasmy, I'm liking you, girl. Liking you. Has it been an hour already? Well, I've got about, try to go for about 15 more minutes here. Guys, got anything you want to take a look at? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything here. Doge to the moon says crypto rich. Doge is on my list to take a look at, actually. Monk is monking. That was on my list last night. How is Monk doing? Take a look at Doge. I saw it was up to 11 cents. Nice. Oh, where are we at? 12? Go Doge. All right, we're getting out of accumulation, or trying to get out of this accumulation zone. Get back up here and hold it. That's what we need to see. Doge hold 12 cents or better. And then we can start rocking with the Dogecoin. I got a target up here at 47 cents, but that's not coming anytime real soon. All right, well, it's time to start bringing up our other targets. Honestly, I would not start messing until we get to about 20 cents, 23 cents, 28. main target I'd be looking for is the 618. Right in that area, that zone. You can front run a little bit, but this is where we get all the chop over here. That was the cool prices. So that would be a nice little, basically a 2x, 100%. If you don't have a bag of Doge and you were to get in this bag of Doge, as it regains the 200 weekly moving average, a candle close above that 200 weekly. Good. Hasn't happened yet, but that will be your official, hey, you need to get in. And even the MACD, the lagging indicator, the one that's always late to the party but usually brings some strong news, has duck-lipped right here, and she says number go up for Doge. You're not in Doge. You might want to be in Doge. If you are in Doge, hold on your hat, baby. We're getting ready to take a ride. Getting ready to double up here. I likes it. Just take a look on the daily just to confirm some of this stuff. See what it looks like. Ooh, Ichimoku Cloud is all behind this one. Might there be a pullback to 10.7 cents? Might, but if she clears this 12-cent area here and opens a candle above it, probably not. She is getting a little toppy top there, though. Let's draw this little trend line here and see how. Ooh. Go above it, baby. Come on, let me see you do that. Let me see you do that. You are on the smaller time frames. You cleared that one too. Looking good. Looking good. That might be the price. If you're looking for a buy the breakout, I would recommend this particular trend line right here. We're in the upward channel. If you can't see it, I can drag her down, but this is what we're doing short term on the 4-hour, what we are currently working on. And we got a measure move right here that would give us a target of 16, right at 16 cents, a little bit below. You want to front run that little guy. Let's come over here and let's do our measure move. And this would actually be a decent little trade setup, considering that we're having a breakout here. So let's do this little guy. We can put a little long position here to that target. You can put a nice tight stop loss below this. Break back down into this pattern. It's kind of iffy. I got a 3%, but you know, you can give yourself a 5% get under this candle here on the 4-hour. See this little candle? I like to put my stop loss underneath it or the one before it. Maybe under the non-moving average. It all depends on what you can afford to lose. That's what your stop loss determines. But you can get a nice, juicy, tight one if you wanted, man. You can even get 3%. I don't know. But anyway, risk to reward ratio, the lower you put your stop loss, the worse it is. I'm getting about a 4-to-1 underneath that candle with a 29% gain with the possibility to even go higher. So kind of cool. There's a trade set up for Doge for anyone looking to do it. And what you're looking for is a retest of this area. That will be your entry, or even getting in after it breaks above this candle right here. That would be a second entry or a place to add to your trade. And then let it ride. She was looking out to bust out on the Let's take a look at Shiba. Let's go with Binance. Oh, we're gonna get you charted. Good. Saves me time. Don't have to draw lines. Let's get rid of some of the stuff I don't need so much. Not interested in these lines anymore. Not quite a descending triangle because she slants. They're pretty much about right angled. That's what I look for. A lot of people cut through and they call them that, but it still makes it more of a little bit more of a falling wedge, which got his breakout a little bit early. Looking for a retest of this trend line right here. What is that? 0.00001132 somewhere through there. 7-8 would be good. I see that number. And I've got a target at 1887. From where we are currently now at 1249 is nice 50% gains. Bigger target up here about 2490. Even if you jumped in right now, FOMO'd in, or that was your entry, that would be 100% gains. Not telling you to do that by any means. I would look for a retest of this. Let's come to the 4 hour, see what we got. 4 hour looks popping. Moving averages look good. But a retest of this area would be a better entry, but she may not. Will she give it to us? Not looking like she's wanting to. But you still got some time to watch. But even FOMO in, nibbling, and see if you can get more if you're trying to get into SHIB. I think there was a big sell-off in Pyth today. I would say, where'd she go? Up to 84 cents, and someone nailed her back to 60. Ouch. Ooh, I bet that wiped out a lot. Well, maybe I should have. Trying to see what I've got worked out here. Oh, we were doing our fib. That's what this was. That was all the fib targets. We laid out the fib range, and clearly she's broken up above that range. She's getting ready to do some stuff. On the daily, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and clear all this out, and all right, so 94 cents. I see that coming, and she should get a rejection from there. Should. All through here technically is rejection area, but she's showing some signs. She's getting ready to pop to the upside. If by some reason she does go a little bit more, if I'm wrong and she doesn't reverse at this area, well, there are some other targets to shoot for at $1.08 and $1.35. Mercy. Why are you being so hard to read here? Let's go on a bigger time frame. That looks decent. 4 hour. Ooh, okay, here's a little bit of a hiccup. She lost the 9 here. Trend line's holding really good. She is in a megaphone pattern. Open and broadening pattern. I'm going to respect these touches over here, which nailed that top there, so I'm leaning with that. What I can say, I think 91, 92 cents should be a good rejection area to kind of bring her back. But who knows? She breaks to the upside of this, then it's on, baby. And we're looking at 135 and 108. And honestly, probably some targets right there in betwixt. And if she were to break out there, you can adjust this later, but that gives us a nice place right in the middle there, about 122. Or a possible actual measured move for a breakout. If it goes to the upside. I mean, at this point in the market, all the other ones have been breaking up bullish. It'd be kind of a little bit of a disappointment if this one broke to the downside, wouldn't it? But there is always a possibility that she might come back, retest that 200 moving average one more time, and bottom this trend line, come back down to 56 cents. And if you pick some up and she does go to 135, that's a hell of a move, but no guarantees that you will get the full 130%, but you can definitely get a 2x out of this deal, in my personal opinion. We've got to, yeah. I found this guy over, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do it over here. I put it over in our Telegram group too. There's a guy on Twitter that I've been following, and I've been posting his tweets over in our lounge group, just because he's a great place to follow, just to stay up on current events, so you don't have to dig through all this stuff yourself. But every day, it's Layer Egg Official over on Twitter, and I recommend giving him a follow. But he just breaks down what happens in the last 12 hours, the last 24 hours in crypto. And this is what's happened. And I like to check with him every day because there's just some good alpha to be aware of. Cody, $100 million ecosystem fund. Pendle plus ETH Labs, Athena Labs has got something going on. Ton has a revenue share. Jupiter, LFG Launchpad vote. Zeta Market, Pith Staker airdrop. Chili's is coming with a pepper airdrop. I didn't know about that. Coinbase app ranking has skyrocketed to 174. When it starts getting in the top 100 and the top 10 and all that, that's when this is almost over. And a lot of people are talking about that now. Auction, BounceBit has raised $6 million around the seed funding. Cody, we talk about Cody. Cody Foundation announces a $100 million development fund for data secure apps. Chili's, according to Chili CEO, Pepper airdrop is coming soon. Okay, we already went over Jupiter. Pendle Finance will be supporting USDE from Athena Labs, so that's what's going on over there. Portal will be listed on Binance today. Pith, Zeta Markets hinted an airdrop for Pith stakers. Stratus will reveal a layer 2 scaling solution with ZK technology on Friday. VET, VeChain, announces VE Better DAO, or V Better DAO, a new sustainability platform, and tokens B3TR and VOT3, or Better and Vote was what it would be. Telegram will allow advertising in 100 new countries, sharing 50% of ad revenue with channel owners in Toncoin via the Ton blockchain. That might be lucrative. Advertising, and it's going to be paid in Ton? Maybe. But some excellent news on this from this guy, man. So shout out to Layer Egg Official over on Twitter. Great source for some just daily alpha, things that you may miss and might need to know could benefit you. Worth checking out. Why? I keep losing my chats. I gotta pop you out again. Crypto says Doge the moon. Grimmer says GTAI. Okay. What's Samweb? Samweb says maybe my next sheep will be the 0.00002. GTAI. GTAI. There we go. It's over on MexC, KuCoin, Big Get. Let's go with good old MexC here. I don't know if I've charted it before. It's not on this one, so let's see what we got. That's nice. With volume, breakout, likes that. Gives you a measured move, which your basic one got crushed. How would this guy, what if you done that? Would that have played out? Ironically, it comes pretty dang close. There is a ratio between these moves. That's where the fibs just kind of really come in to shine. Swing low to swing high. Ooh, nice. My personal opinion, we've got the start of a 1, 2, 3, 4 wave, which should give us another 5th wave, either up to here or higher. Let's see if we can figure that out. I have to count all this information, though.
depths of silence where echoes remain. You were the sunrise, and I was the rain. A collision of souls, opposing in flight. I was the darkness.
I'm buying that.
You yearned for the light. Now you gone, and I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind.
I'll buy that though.
Losing my mind. Now you gone. Why did you cut me up, bring me out, and leave me high and dry? You were the laughter that kept me
15 minutes is up. That went quick.
You were hello, and I was goodbye. An ember that flickered, that faded away. You were the summer, I was that.
All right, so I got some targets by the fibs. See what else we can get here.
Losing my mind, losing my mind, losing my mind. Now you're gone. Why did you cut me up, bring me out, and leave me high and dry?
Okay, I like that. That is good. Ooh, will you get a pullback? Okay. I doubt that we see these prices, but if we do, that would be a good place to, especially at the bottom of the trend line, to add to the bags. Right now, she looks like she's flagging out. She is struggling. 9 is below the 21 moving average, so she might come into the cloud, might kind of just trail down here, or she might come up and bounce off of this. Either way, she's going to do some bouncing. But I do have 565 coming into play there, and it might be something comes down here and then bounces up to touch it, and maybe even 625 coming into play. But basically, we're in this channel, and she does look like a possible flag, and we can play that too. Take this measure move, but it doesn't mean she's going to go just like straight up to it, but it'll give some confluence about prices that could be reached. I mean, it could take go a lot of sideways and just gradually step up to actually get to these targets. That gives us some confluence right up there in those areas, though. A little bit on both sides. I guess I could put it in there. 595 is technically the measure move. So yeah, 594 is what I got for the measured move on that guy. One more to take a quick look at is one that I got a little bag in, because when I saw it around $40 to $50, I was like, there's no way I can pass this out. This was comp, which had just blasted through our measured move right here and working its way up here to this Fibonacci area, if I'm not mistaken. Zoom out a little bit, refresh my memory here. I color code this stuff so I know what it is. At $98 possibly coming, but the measured move got nailed, and that was from this triangle. We just took it, put it to the breakout. Put it to this breakout. That was the original breakout. She came back and retested and nailed it. Well, you sucker, dog, it went higher. Don't be picky. And she does look like she's continuing to try to go up to that, what is it, 98 cent area on the 4 hour. She's still going strong. She may get up above it. Oh, what about some higher targets for you? If she does manage to get up here and flip it or something crazy like that, I'm not so sure that that's going to happen. Just given the new trajectory. Oh, well, it might. She can get above that. That would be cool. Next place of interest would be here. $117 for comp and $143, even on up to $158. Oh gosh, let's do it. $216. My little hopium target right there. That's my told ya target. Told ya. I like 143 myself. If she gets up here, holds this area, then we can make it up there. If not, she'll pull back and probably come back down around the $75 area. Retesting these previous areas, we'll kind of look at that. But right now she's breaking through there just a little bit on the daily, and we come down to the 4 hour, we can really kind of see it. She looks like she wants to move, so I'm looking for comp to kind of conquer this area, hang out here for a little bit, and then hopefully move up to 143. Comp USA. USDT. Grimmer says tokenfi. Okay, and that'll probably be the last one that I do then. Tokenfi. 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 I think I'm going to have to look for this one, aren't I? It's just token. I think we had that. Token. Oh, right there you said why didn't I see that? Okay. I like this. Because she just comes up and confirms that we've got it going on. Nice double bottom. Yeah. That's what we're looking at. So we need to come up to this area. It doesn't have to be quite exact, but right up here in this range to kind of confirm that. Ideally bounce above that and hold it. That's what we'd like to see. That would be the stronger thing. If we can get up here and hold it, much better. We cut up and then go above it, and then we go coming down, you know, to try to do like an inverted head and shoulder type thing. So keep that in mind. If depending on what's, you know, how far it gets above this wick over here. You could even kind of focus on this candle body area too, so we got kind of a little range to kind of pay attention to. That kind of help us figure out how it's going to play out. But on the bigger time frames, I mean, everything's setting up for a nice move to the upside. I think your bottom might be in, but getting above this high would definitely confirm this, making a higher high and higher low. I guess we're going to have to come to the fibs. So we're at the 618 now. 54 is coming in at a 886 area, so I like that. All right, so if she does get rejected up here, I would expect her to come back around 3 cent area, somewhere through there. I would look at the moving averages and follow those on the daily and the 4 hour to kind of nail it in. But the trend line seems to be holding fairly well. It did wick below it, so there's a sign of one little sign of weakness, but you know, it doesn't mean anything until we come back and test it, and then it might be weakness and come through. So, but I like to look for that. I like to look for little wicks. Anything that kind of breaks through the main trend there, and something like that just kind of tells me that if, you know, it does get rejected there and come back, the next time it retests, it may not hold. It may see this. But if she gets up above here and flips this, well, it's on, baby. It's looking good for some higher targets up at 5.5 cents right up through there, just to confirm this double bottom. And then, like I said, we got to see what it does, if it gets above it or stays below it. And then we can kind of figure out a retracement if it stays below it. And if it goes above it, and we're hitting 6.9 and even higher. Even and higher, because after it confirms the double bottom, you're looking somewhere up in this area, about 8 cents. And that would be juicy. Well, that would be beautiful. And even from where we are now up to that point, it's 116% gains. Don't know where you got in on, but maybe this will help you figure out, or at least think about a few things how you could play it. All right, tokenfi. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I will be back again tomorrow night, probably about 10 or 10:30 again. Thanks for hanging out with me. Get out there and make that money. And watch those bags grow. Happy pump day, everyone. Happy pump day. And good night and God bless. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Nope. Now if you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you.
Well, it's all right now because anything you do.